We have several what we call gyres in the ocean where currents collect plastic trash. So it's not like you have to envision a huge mountain of trash, but it's almost like a carpet that is covering the entire surface. And it unfortunately is not even all the plastic that is in the ocean, it's only the parts that are floating. It doesn't just disappear. So plastic is around for hundreds of years, and even within that time, UV and wave action just breaks the big plastic items down into smaller and smaller and smaller parts until we reach a size of about 130 micrometers, which is tiny, which you can only see under a microscope. And that's what we call it microplastics. And then if you go a little bit smaller even, we call it nanoplastics. Several ways how we're ingesting already microplastics. So there is, of course, the way over the seafood. So we have animals that we're eating that come from the ocean that have ingested plastics and have plastics either in their tissues, and we are consuming that. Consuming products that have been stored in plastic. So for example, talking about plastic bottles or microwavable meals, you are ingesting plastics every time you heat up something or you drink out of a water bottle.
Really, in the past decade, has it come to our attention that there could be negative effects of plastic. I initially became interested in plastics and microplastics more from a sustainability standpoint, but I'm also interested as a researcher, since I am a toxicologist, in how these exposures could really alter long-term health consequences. Plastic chemicals, once they degrade in the environment, they can be inhaled, or they could also be ingested through either food or water, also have the ability to be absorbed through systemic circulation and reach many different parts of the body. So the major area of concern, according to the National Toxicology Program, is developmental effects. So these would be effects encountered from the fetus or children. And since, for instance, the chemical bisphenol A or BPA, it's present in a lot of different types of plastic. A lot of research has focused on the neurodevelopmental effects of BPA because it can act like a signaling hormone. Its structure is very similar to estrogen, so it may have different signaling that can mimic how estrogen's affects. So a lot of area is focused on how that might cause adverse brain development, how it might alter children's behavior, how it may also alter other important reproductive signaling pathways and have effects on mammary tissue or prostate glands.
We already know that there is a lot of research done on how important gut microbiome is to our health. So it has been linked to mental health issues, to allergies, to cancer, and so on. And if you just throw in the microplastics and those toxins, they can cause serious disruption to all of that.
So one tip I always recommend is never to microwave any plastics, because that could increase the risk of transfer into food. You also can see things such as bisphenol A in the lining of cans. So any highly acidic foods such as tomatoes that are in cans could have the potential to have bisphenol A inside it. So another tip is to opt for fresh or frozen produce